Hi, welcome back to a new part of a tutorial series. Today we make here a butterfly. So let us start directly. You can find it in the internet overall these pictures of butterflies. So make your screencast keys on, then you can see what I type and what I do here. There you can see it. Good. So we start here with a Bezier curve. We make this one wing, and we make later an animation of that all. That will be the next step then. So we start with add curve, Bezier curve, rotate x 90 degrees, scale down, grabbing, positioning, edit mode. Get the middle point, grabbing, positioning, get it in float, good, middle point, E to extrude, go to the start of the roundness, bring it in float by grabbing, and extrude to the end of the roundness and position it. Then we go to the next one, make it here smaller. Then we go from here to there, extrude and bring it there. Bring a little bit roundness in. E to extrude and bring roundness in, and so on. We make it now to the whole part there, and then we have the wing done. Goes very fast to make a butterfly, so that can be my shortest tutorial I ever made. I hope so. So extrude, bring it there, and E to extrude to the start of the roundness. And here it needs to be shorter, that we have the chance to get here around. Then the middle point, E to extrude to the end of the roundness, get it in float, middle point, extrude, end of the roundness, grabbing and positioning, extrude, get in float, extrude, bring to the end of the roundness, and here to the middle, and bring it in float. Then here to the end of the roundness, that's there. Then here the roundness till the end, that's there. Then middle point, extrude to this point, get it in float, extrude to this point, get it in float, and so on. Good. When you've done that often with these Bezier curves, you will learn that is a huge, strong tool. You can not imagine what you can do with that all. Extrude. One time I made a car with curves. That is really heavy stuff. It is not the best way I say it directly, but you can do it with curves. That is possible. But better don't try it. It's too hard. Good. So then we connect the top one with the down one by clicking them both and app to close. Now we have that. Now you see it rounds up here, and I want to have a sharp edge there, so I must get this back one and bring that near to the middle point, then it sharps up there. Good. So edit mode to object mode, Shift D, make a copy of that. That is our wing now. File, save as, I call it butterfly 2, because I already done one. That is the second one I do. So now we have here curves, but we need mesh. So what we do is with Alt C, we convert that to a mesh from curve. Now we have here mesh. You see it in edit mode. A to select all, F to close that. Now we have that wing there. Then in edit mode, E to extrude and bring it a little to the Y, but not much. That are very thin things there. And then we can bevel them at both sides. So Control B, move around, and on the other side too, Control B, move around. That is enough. Good. So we've done that. We need to unwrap that because we want to take this texture on this mesh, so that you can only do with an unwrap. I have made tutorials to that, so you must look in my YouTube channel. There is UV and unwrapping. So we click here mark scene on this face, then on the other side this face too, mark scene, and that was all. Good. File, save. So now we have to build the body of that one. So we go in here and add mesh a UV sphere. We scale them down. We scale them to the set, such like that. Scale it in the hole. That is that. Then Shift D, make a copy of that, grabbing, positioning, scale it down, make it smaller. Then we scale it in the X to make it a little bit brighter, bigger. So we got that. Maybe a little bit more to this direction there. So we get here the top words and get here proportional editing connected and grab set, roll a little the mouse button, and then you can say how much should be included. I told it often to you. Good. Then we have to make the head, so add mesh UV sphere, bring them down to such like that size, and bring that onto, so we have that. Good. We mark them all and bring them in front, and nothing is real round in the nature, only the head maybe, but not this one. So we scale that in the Y only a little, that it don't looks too computer made. Here that can be a little bit more scale in the Y, and then we have some that is not completely to see that it is one. Okay, so we make the eyes now. So we add mesh UV sphere again, scale them down to the size of the eyes. Then we get here disable the proportional, get here background selection, and B to border select, and X to delete the words. Now we have only the half. Then we scale X and can make it smaller, and that is the eye we want to plug onto. So now we have to rotate in the Y. You see what happens, and then we go into the object. I go a little bit out and bring it to the object. Should be at the top of the head. When we look now from the top to this one, you see we must rotate that more to this direction and bring it more into such like that. Now we have the eye there. We can rotate that a little, such like that. Grab that a little, such like that. Now make a copy of that. Shift D. Then we apply the rotation scale of the object. Then we use here mirror interactive. Hold middle mouse button, move the mouse, and click left to accept. So we have mirrored that and have it now for the other side. So that is the eye. That all should be smoothed. So we click here smooth, smooth the head, the body, and the back. Good. There we want to put textures also on. So that means that we need to unwrap that too. So when we go in edit mode, we can take here an edge and take the middle one and give them here mark seam. So we cut that in the middle. On the other side too. Then we can put textures on. The same we make here with the body. Mark here this line by holding Alt key on the keyboard and press right mouse button on the edge. Then you make a loop. Selected. Mark seam. Other side. Hold Control. Click right mouse button. Mark seam. Okay. Then this one here. There we make the same. Take a middle loop and mark seam down. So we have done that. They are ready for get textures on. Save. We only need here this antennaes. For that we use a Bezier curve again. Add mesh. Add curve, Bezier curve. Rotate X 90 degrees. Scale down. Bring onto position. And this way we make it simple. Top view. And rotate set 90 degrees. So we have that. Then we rotate X 90 degrees. And that is our antenna for them. Bring it on the head and give them then a rotation. So set origin to geometry and rotate Y and bring them a little to the side. They have a strong leaning, so we go here and rotate it the same way, grabbing and bring it on to. Good. When you want to have a little variation on it, you can get here and grab that a little to bring here more variation in, but I let that like it is. Good. So Shift D and make a copy of that. Then this one is to thin. So we get here two curves, and there we say we want to fill it as a full one. Then I can say here give them a depth, so I can say how big it should be. So I think that is enough. Resolution should be 1 or 2 in this case. That makes it not real round, but nearly, and you will see that later because that'll vary a little one. So we have done that. So we need to convert it as a mesh. So Alt C, mesh from curve. Then the first one here should be thicker or bigger than the other ones. So F to close first. Then we get here proportional connector thing added and get to local axis, and now we scale that and roll the middle mouse button so we can include that only the front scaled up. That is more like it is in real. Good. Then we object apply that object rotation and scale. We go back to global axis. Then with Shift D make a copy of them and use the object mirror interactive, hold middle mouse, move away and left to accept. Bring it into position, and we have done that. Good. We now click here all this stuff. We hold a Shift and right mouse button on it, and then we join them all together as one. Now we have here our base mesh there that comes here to the wing, and you see there's a little short one. The rest is all the wing itself, but that is not our problem. So file, save. Now we must make here the materials for that, so the textures. So to make that, we first need here an absolutely straight graphic texture. So that needs a photo program. I take for that GIMP. So I go out of Blender and take here GIMP. That is an open source free program like Photoshop, but it's free. So in there I put this butterfly in. So open, and I go to my butterflies. I have them in downloads. So I go there, downloads, the butterfly, and now search the right one. Is it that one? Yes, I think so. Good. Now I have to rotate them, that it is a straight look. So I go here to rotate, click on a picture, and give them here a little rotation, that it is straight. Think that can be it. Then rotate, and we have it straight. So then we export it as butterfly in our folder for the butterfly. In my case it's Blender, it's version 11 I think. No, it's in the 10. Oh, I'm asserted, I have too many. It's there, butterfly, textures, there we put it in. Give them quality of 100 export. So we have done that change. We don't need GIMP anymore. We close it, go back to Blender. So we click on the wing, go here to materials, give them a new material. We call it wing 1, and it should be diffuse shader. And we click here on point, and we say it is an image that we want to put on. Open that, go in our texture folder, and there we have our wing there. So now we need here two things. That is, we need a node editor. So we go here and change that to the node editor. Then we bring that here to the side, that we can open another window, and here we bring in the UV image editor, and here we can close with N this panel there, That is our material now, and we want to position that on that wing, so we need the coordinates of the mesh. So we get in here add input texture coordinates, then we need to move it on this mesh, so we need a vector mapping. So when we have made an unwrap, we have an UV that we connect with the vector. We want to have a texture that we can change here in this value scale, rotation. Then we connect vector with vector, and so we control where this graphic should be on this mesh. So next one is to open up here our wing. I must look where is the right one. That is the right one. So then we click here, disable proportional, get here face selection, select the front face here, and type U to unwrap from view. And you see it here on the UV image editor. You see now these coordinates, and with scale, S to scale, we can now adjust that, and by grabbing, position them like you need. And then you see it in the top that it fits then correctly with the rest. Good. The same we have to do at the other side. So we go to back view, get this face, U, project from view. There we rotate 180 degrees. Rotate X 180. Oh, that was wrong. So rotate Y 180. Was wrong again. Why? We mirror them. That is better. Oh, so good. I must look. I not often do that. UV mirror in the X. Yeah. Now we have the right one, and scale it and bring it to position. So now it has his color at each side, but here is white, the space between that we don't want. So because of that, we select them, and you see them then not here because we haven't unwrapped them. So you and unwrap. Now you see them here, but so we can't handle them as well. So I go here to the tools, and there is an add-on that is called UV Squares. You can download it and bring it in Blender and activate it on the add-ons, and then you can snap it to X or other axis, and it makes that them straight as one line. And now I can take them simply and rotate here a little and bring them in the black, and all is black. Nobody sees there a difference. Good. That is this point. File, save. We set the origin to geometry. We apply the rotation scale of the object. Then with Shift D make a copy of them. Then we use here object mirror, interactive mirror, hold middle mouse, move the mouse left to accept. That we have now. This one here must go in the middle, and it is fixed on the top there, so that is the right way. We move all that we don't need at the other layer, so we move that, move to the second layer, M to move. Here we have that one, M to move to the second layer, so we have place here to make our stuff there. Good. That is our thing at the moment. File, save. We now need an eye material, so we go here to our body and give a new material, call it eye. that need be a glossy, so give them glossy. We have here preview. You see a silver that we don't want. We want black, so we go here to color and change it to black, and then we have that one. That is good, but we don't want to have all in this color, so we need here another black that isn't glossy for the front part there, so we call it simply black, and that can be diffuse and black color, and that should be only at the front parts. So with L you can select only these front types and then say black and assign that to that. Good. And then this round stuff needs an unwrap from view, and this here too. A to deselect all, L to select one, L and U from view, A to disable, L to select, U to unwrap from view, and you see there. Good. Now we must place them to this original body, that we have that one. We give them here a plus and say here body, material called body, and that must be our graphic here again. So we can let diffuse, we give them here color image texture and give them again our texture there. So we have here the material called body, and we need here the same, this texture coordinates and the mapping. UV to vector, texture, vector to vector, done. Good. Now we have to position them correctly, and surely we have to assign that. So assign, here that one, assign, and the head, assign. So we with L we select here the last one, and you see here in the UV image editor that it is too big, so G to grab, and then S to scale that it fits with the original. And then we have the original on. We take here this middle part, grabbing, positioning, scaling, done. Same we do with the head, grabbing, scaling, done. The same we need to do at the other side, at the down part. So here L, moment, I must do it that way. U to unwrap from view, grab it, position it, done. Body sign, good. The middle one, L to select, U to unwrap from view, UV image editor, grabbing, positioning, done. And assign, we must assign that surely, so body, assign. And here the head, L to select, body, assign, U to unwrap from view, and grab it to position. So that is our thing at the moment. Don't know why it is here so different, so place it there, and we have it everywhere. It's equal. It don't must be so perfect. Good. So we have done our materials to them. That is good. File, save. And I told you we want to make it as an animated one that flies. So we will make that. for that we need some stuff. We need a timeline. So we get here to this point and say here timeline. That is, you can play there the animation and then it moves. And here you can set keyframes, that is called. That you will see now how we make them. We go here to top view is the best for that. We click on one of these wings and we want he should move in that direction and in that direction. So the angle must be there at the start. So when we look from the top, now here's the origin, but we need them here. So we set the origin to the 3D cursor. And now here is the origin. When I now rotate here that and set, you will see that moves. So I can animate that too. Good. We do it with the other wing too. We have here the origin, but we need them there. So we click there and say set origin to 3D cursor. And now by rotating set, we can animate them. But I think that is a bad angle. That is eagle. We have no other chance here at the moment because that isn't a straight one. Normally there are straight lines here, then you don't have this problem that we have now, because that here isn't straight. I can try such, but I don't know it have a function, so I mark that and go here with connected thing and grab X and get the whole stuff there with. Yeah, so it's more straight than before. So, and then we set the origin to that point here. So we go top view again and set it more here to that point and set the origin to 3D cursor. Now it must rotate set better than before. We bring them on. Rotate set. Yeah, that's much better. Good. So X, we delete this one, and Shift D, make a copy of them. We say object, apply rotation scale, and then we say mirror, interactive, move. Good. So we have now the wings done. And maybe let's look from top. A little bit thick there. So we scale in the Y. Yes, so that a little bit thinner. The other one too. Because it's a butterfly, that is not so fat, yeah. Okay. File. Save. So we have set the origins, and now we want to record that. 1 second in an animation are 25 samples. 25 pictures for 1 second. So we want to see them fly, we say 4 seconds. So it's 4. This 25, that is 100 frames we need for one flight. So at the start we click all, rotate X 90. So we have them now from here, look from front, then rotate Y 180, so we look from the front to them. We click here this wing, this left wing, and press I. So and say he should insert a keyframe in the timeline for the rotation, scale and location of this wing. So you see here now a yellow stripe there. That means that is the position of this wing. And I said it to you, at 25 we have the next frame, the next second. So we make the half of the 100, that is 50, and at 50 the wing should be at the top position. So we rotate in Y and bring that to the top position that we want to have. That is that one. Now we have that position and we want to have it on the 50 frame. So we hit I and insert there a keyframe for the location, rotation and scale. And now when you go here to 0 and hold the middle mouse button, the left mouse button and move the mouse, you see that is the movement that we have saved now. He interpolates from that point to that point. Good. But we need it at the 100 that it is down again. So we go now to the 100, the frame, and at 100 it should be down like at the start. So rotate Y and bring it down to 0 position. And again press I and insert the keyframe. Now we have 3 keyframes for that object, and now he flies. The same we need to do with the other one, and we have here start 1 and end at 250, but we only want to have 100, so we make the end to 100. Good. We make it with the other one too, that is 0 position, so we go here back to 0, hit I, set the keyframe, go to 50, rotate Y and bring them to maximum, hit I again, set the keyframe, go to 100, rotate Y and bring it to 0 position, hit I and set the last keyframe. And when we now go here to start and here the play button, then you see it moves. So that he flies now. You can make it faster when you make it shorter. At 25 it should be down, or that is no problem. Good. We have done that. So I wish you much fun with build that for you, and we see us in the next tutorial. So see you back.